Hey y'all, out here on Clearlake today, solo trip. Gonna do some research, figure out what I'm gonna do. Coming up here in 3 weeks, I got a tournament. And this is my last day of pre-fishing until the weekend of. So, gotta do some research, figure it out. Water temperature is 50.4. Right now I'm in the mouth of the Keys, as you can see, and the water is about 3 feet deep. So there's water to the Keys, but it's pretty shallow. It doesn't run all the way back in there. The deeper channels, of course, have water, but like I said, it's 3 foot or less, so it's not quite as deep. And not sure if everyone can get their boats in and out. If you look, you notice almost everyone has their boat pulled right now. So it's also wintertime. So that's the report for that. Side note, that is 3 feet below where my trolling motor is. So technically it would be like 4 or 5 foot. .372 Vision 110 jerkbait. I was actually just reeling it in from a cast, and it came up and hit it. Very soft back hook. Only one hook in it, but it's fattened up. It's what I want to see in the springtime, or getting close to spring. So here's what's going on. I'm finding fish. They're in that deeper area. They won't hit an A-rig. They'll follow it. They won't hit a jerkbait. They'll follow it. Change colors of jerkbaits. I haven't changed colors of A-rigs yet, but I should have the right color right now. I don't know what's going on, but they are definitely not aggressive. I've tried drop shot in that same area. They don't even flinch. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm missing. Something I'm missing. I'm gonna start back over at where I started, where I caught the 3-pounder. There's a lot more active fish there. Most of them are crappie, but at least that'll give me something to start with, and maybe a Lego to start connecting, or a building block to start connecting. We'll see. Let's go. Oh, there it is. Finally. Finally got one. Not a very big one, but I finally got one to eat. That right there was on the Mega Bass Vision 110 Junior Plus One. Man, that's a long name. In Cherry Spawn. I rotated through a lot of different colors in jerkbaits. The only one I could get reacted on was that Cherry Spawn. If you notice in that clip, a patio boat actually went over the school, and that excited the school. I had already been fishing that school for probably half hour, 45 minutes with no bites at all. That boat floated over the top of them, kind of shook them up. Next cast, I picked up that bite. They're getting a lot of fishing pressure in the rattlesnake arm, and it's definitely affecting it. It's slowing down that bite. But I did pick up one more. A decent one. That was a couple pounds. Again, you can see it was working that jerkbait, going real slow, watching it on forward scan, pulling it up, and then just walking it right in front of it before it ate. I would love to say that I wrecked them and that I did really good. Unfortunately, mentally, I was not quite there, and I struggled because of it. Ended up pulling off the water early. The things that I missed, here's hindsight 2020. I don't think I went shallow enough. And what I mean by not going shallow enough is I was fishing in that like 5 to 10 down to 20 feet, and I wasn't really seeing the action that I was wanting to see. I was seeing a lot of fish following in that like 10 to 15 range for a-rig, and then for jerkbait I could get them to come up in that like 5-foot range. What I missed, what if I were to go back, it is warming trend to the point where everything is turning to more spring, less winter, and I don't think I went shallow enough. I think I needed to find rock flats and run up shallower. The problem is I only had my deep jerkbaits. I didn't have shallow jerkbaits. I had a couple things that stopped me, but the true thing that stopped me is mentally. Number one reason between success and failure, in my experience with fishing, is mental. It's all mental struggles. If you can clear out your mental struggles, clear out your brain, clear away all those things, you can perform so much better. And the more you can leave that stuff at home, just the better you'll have it. So for future note, if all of your deep fish disappear and all your mid-level fish disappear, there's really only one place they can go. And that's even shallower, especially if you're on a major warming trend to the point where for the first time fishing in a long time, you're in a t-shirt.
and not wanting to put a sweatshirt on. Some things just don't come to you until it's too late. Hopefully, this will help you out, and hopefully you won't make the same mistake that I will, because it's about to be in the 70s. Some areas are in the 80s. There's no way those fish aren't pulling up shallow. Unfortunately, I will be fishing a sturgeon tournament. I will not be able to fish bass this coming weekend. If you guys want to comment below anything that you've helped, if this has helped you or anything like that, give me a comment below. Let me know if this will help. And until then, I hope you get them.